Previously on
Genshin. Meanwhile,
and that's how I get my Raiden Shogun, her weapon, and her constellations. Anyway, what's up everyone, this is 5G and welcome to my incomplete guide of Raiden Shogun. And in this video, I'm going to try to answer some of the most asked questions, and that is, which weapon is the best for Raiden Shogun, which main stat artifact is the best for each weapon, and finally, which is better, Constellation 0 Raiden with Engulfing Lightning or Constellation 2 Raiden with a Refinement rank 5, the catch. So without further ado, let us begin. Before we start, this is what I have right now. So my Raiden Shogun is at level 90 and this is her talent level. The weapons that will be tested out today are Engulfing Lightning, Primordial Jetwing Spear, Staff of Homa, and finally, the catch. Unfortunately, I don't have any Skyward Spine, which you pulled instead of Mist Bleeder. And I also don't have any Vortex Vanquish, and that's why this video is called The Incomplete Guide of Raiden Shogun. Jokes aside, for the artifacts, I'm going to use the Emblem Severed Fate set, which right now is the best installed artifact for Raiden Shogun. I will be using the same flower and crit damage circlet throughout the test. And then, we are going to test out 4 different combinations for the Sands and Goblet. That is, Energy Charge Sands and Attack Goblet, Attack Sands and Attack Goblet, Attack Sands and Electro Damage Goblet, and Energy Charge Sands with Electro Damage Goblet. As you can see right now, I'm trying to keep the same initial crit damage for every combination. And for the crit rate, I'm using Hutao as well as crit rate foot buff so I can measure up easily. With that being said, let's begin our test. Let's start off with Raiden Shogun's weapon, Engulfing Lightning. For this weapon, the Energy Charge and Attack set deals the most damage out of those 4. And the second place belongs to the Attack and Electro Damage set. Next up, let's see how those artifact sets perform with a full stack Primordial Jetwing Spear. Do keep in mind that you can deal more damage if you get more of the crit damage substat, since this weapon has a crit rate substat in it. Similar to Engulfing Lightning, the Primordial Jetwing Spear also benefits from the Energy Charge and Attack set. The Attack and Electro Damage set also stands out as the second highest damage of the 4. Then, let's see how the staff that made people homeless performs with the Shogun herself. Here we can see that the attack and electro damage set performs better than the energy charge and attack set, and the others still perform similarly. And finally, let's see how this amazing free weapon performs with Her Excellency. Contrary to what I have thought before, the attack and attack set deals more damage than the ER attack set, and also the attack and electro damage set. So based on the damage test, we can conclude that both energy charge and attack set, as well as attack and electro damage set, performs amazingly on all weapons, while I don't recommend using energy charge and electro damage set. Also, do keep in mind that if you are using the catch, the attack and attack set might be better for you. Moving on, we are going to find out if the constellations really worth the primer gems. So how much difference do Raiden's constellations going to change her kit? Let's review her constellation 1 and 2. For her constellation level 1, she will get her resolve stacks a lot more, which means that she can reach her max stack elemental burst faster than Zero constellation. This will make your Raiden Shogun become more active in your team. And for her constellation level 2, her elemental burst will deal a lot of damage due to not reducing but completely ignoring your enemy's defense. Now let's see how it actually works. This is how much stack Raiden obtained from a 60-60-80 team. From here, we can see that for her constellation 1, she gets full resolve stacks, whereas her constellation 0 only fills up around 75% of the max stack. This is also how Raiden resolve stacks fill up around different teams. And finally, this is the comparison between C0 Engulfing Lightning, C2 the Catch, and C2 Engulfing Lightning. From the test, it is clear that C2 Raiden with the catch wins the fight. It might be caused by the stack difference, but this means you will have better rotations and you can build more versatile teams with her. So to summarize up, the best weapon for Raiden Shogun is obviously the Engulfing Lightning. But of course, you can definitely use your other weapon, especially the catch. It is worth the grind, and I believe everyone should use this amazing weapon. Also do keep in mind, if you are using pole arms that do not have energy recharge substat in it, I recommend you to use ER attack set, since Raiden is one of the characters that need energy the most. And for the last question, which one is better between C0 Raiden with Engulfing Lightning or C2 Raiden with the catch? The answer is, it depends. 1. Primogems. Let's start from the primogems that you need. Let's assume that you already got Raiden and you're thinking to upgrade her. Assuming that you fail to win 50-50, you will need around 895 intertwined fates or around 31,200 primogems. And for constellation, you will need 300 intertwined fates or for around 48,000 primogems, which means it will cost more to pull her C2 rather than her weapon. 2. Her aesthetic. Surely the Engulfing Lightning looks better for her, right? 3. Damage wise. If you have tons of primogems left, I will recommend you to pull her constellations instead of her weapon, since it will change how you play with Raiden Shogun. Now, for those who wonder, should I really pull for the constellations, or should I pull for her weapon, or should I save up? In my opinion, the answer is also, it depends. Do you like Raiden? Are you an archon collector? Do you like her voice? Do you like her playstyle? Do you want her to be more damagey? Do you have enough primos for her? Do you want to pull another character? Are you single? It is all depends on how much do you actually want to invest for her. Now, do you really need C2 or her weapon to use her? The answer is absolutely not. For me, her C1 is not that game changing, unlike for example Hu Tao that completely changed her playstyle. And by the way, shout out to my friend Nero, he did count Raiden's average damage between the catch and engulfing lightning for C0, and damage wise, it is only around 25 to 30% damage difference, so for me, it is not necessary to get her weapon or even her constellation. But if you're sure that you only need her for your team, go ahead and pull for her weapon, even for her constellations. She will absolutely bring some tons of damage and fun to your team. So this is the end of my guide on Raiden Shogun. I hope you guys enjoy and can learn something from this video. If you do, please give a like and share to your friends who might need it. And thank you so much for watching, keep safe, and have a nice day.
Please subscribe.